There are quite a lot of mounts in WoW, some being collected through dailies, others through raids, but some are obtained through reputations. So today we'll be going over the 10 best reputation mounts. Let us begin. Coming at number 1, we have the Kurenai and Mag'har Tolbuck mounts. Gaining reputation with this faction, you will need to first do the initial questline Angarosh's Encroachment for the Alliance and the Assassin for the Horde, if you wish to proceed. At coordinates 41.8 to 27.2 within Nagrand and 55 for Alliance, and for Horde is 55.0 to 36.0 within Nagrand also. After this quest chain has been completed, ending in Nagrand, you will have already started gaining reputation. This is great, but in order to become exalted will require you to do the repeatable quest More War Beads, located at coordinates 55.8 to 37.8. This is where you'll be wanting to gather obsidian war beads, and you will then be repeating this for 500 reputation for each 10 times of war beads that you gather. The farming location for these war beads is at coordinates 29.4 to 25.8 within Nagrand. Depending on your reputation, this can take quite a while in order to do, but these mounts are worth it. Next up at number 2, we have the Disc of the Red Flying Cloud. This is obtained from being exalted with the Law Walkers within Pandaria. This is where you'll have to follow around the zone of Pandaria and collect all of the scrolls dotted around. I have added this reputation guide to my add-on Worth It Guides, showing you all of the spawn locations and the reputation guide. This will take you roughly around 30 to 40 minutes to become exalted with this faction, and once done, you will then be able to get your mount. Following on to this, at number 3 is the reputation for Kundra Margos. For this reputation, you will be required to have fishing. For step number 1, you will make your way over towards the Broken Isles Dalaran, and on top of one of the floating islands around Dalaran is an NPC called Kundra Margos. The second step will be that he will offer you a quest called Drowned Manor. This is how you start gaining reputation with him. Starting in the fishing pool for the item Drowned Manor, you were able to turn these into him for reputation with Margos. This is how you gain reputation with this faction. As a bonus step, while fishing, you will have a chance of looting Marks of Aquos. This, if used, will summon a mini boss which rewards you with more Drowned Mana and increases your chances of catching more, which will then get you the mount, the Brine Deep Bottom Feeder. Coming up at number 4, we have the Reigns of the Green Proto-Drake. This reputation is locked behind a series of quests, resulting in you choosing the Frenzy Heart or the Oracle's faction. Make your way over towards Pitch, located in Sholazar Basin within Northrend at coordinates 50.6 to 76.8. You must slay this NPC and loot him to start the chain quests. This will lead you to the quest Playing Along, given by tracker 𝐸𝐸𝐸 in the same zone, at coordinates 50.6 to 76.6. Follow every quest given by High Shaman 𝐸𝐸𝐸 the Gorlock Hunter, at coordinates 72.0 to 57.0 and 55.0 to 69.2. Complete these quests until you reach the quest Fortunate Misunderstandings, and as a side note, after saving the Oracle and obtaining this quest, your Frenzy Heart tribe will be hated. Do not worry about this part of this chain quest, and head over towards the Oracle camp and speak to High Oracle Soothsay at coordinates 54.6 to 56.2. You'll be given a quest Back So Soon, which you must complete to progress forward. You'll be wanting to complete the quests given by Mistcaller Sugan and High Oracle Soothsay at coordinates 42.2 to 38.6 until you reach the quest by Moodle at coordinates 54.4 to 56.6. Complete Moodle's quests until you reach the quest Lifeblood of the Moss Walker Shrine. Obtain the quest A Hero's Burden and you'll be given the choice by a Lich either to save the Oracle or the Frenzy Heart. You must slay the one you do not want the reputation with, and if you slay the Oracle, then you will unlock the Frenzy Heart tribe rep and vice versa. You will be wanting to kill the Frenzy Heart in order to proceed. Now that you have selected your faction, the only way to gain reputation with these factions is to do the dailies. This is the only way to get exalted, and as a side note, you will be gaining 1750 reputation per day in order to become exalted, though you will only need to become revered in order to purchase the egg, which will reward you with this mount at a 3% drop chance. Next up at number 5 is the mount, the Amber Scorpion. To start gaining regular reputation with the 𝐂𝐸𝐸, you'll need to complete the quest chain, which is started with the quest Psychomanted at coordinates 72.6 to 28.6. This will be located in the Dread Wastes. This will unlock a series of dailies which you can be done for reputation. However, you can speed this up with a repeatable turn-in quest, Seeds of Fear, at coordinates 55.0 to 35.6. These drop from mobs in the area at around 10% drop chance. However, this does vary. You'll be able to turn in 5 of these for 250 reputation per piece, and can drastically speed this up quite a lot. Coming in at number 6 is the Netherray mounts from the Shatari Skyguard. To gain reputation with this faction, you must make your way over towards Sketis in the Terakar Forest at coordinates 64.2 to 66.2. Here you'll want to speak to Grella to start the initial quest line. This is until you reach the quest World of Shadows. This is where you'll be wanting to gather 6 shadow dust from the Arakoa mobs in the area. By handing in this quest, you will receive 250 reputation for each completion, as this is a repeatable quest. Flying around the area in a circle-shaped fashion and slaying all of the mobs for the dust will take you roughly around about 3 to 4 hours to become exalted and gain your variety of Netherray mounts. Next up at number 7 is the Rune Striders from the Argosian Reach. To start gaining reputation with this faction, you need to do the first initial quest chain for Argus. Make your way over towards either Bladefist Bay outside of Orgrimmar or Stormwind Harbour to accept the quest The Hand of Fate at coordinates 58.2 to 12.0 for Horde for Bladefist Bay, and Stormwind Harbour from Varisa Windrunner at 21.6 to 30.6 in Stormwind. Follow this quest chain until you reach Argus. Your last quest on this, which will be in Crocun, called Sizing Up the Opposition. At this point you will have unlocked all of the daily quests to gain reputation with this faction. The main method at this point will be that you'll be gaining quite a decent chunk of reputation with these factions already. Now you'll need to do world quests in order to gain reputation, which is 75 reputation for each completion, and the Argosian Reach caches rewarding you with 1500 reputation upon completion as well. Your weekly Argus quest rewards are roughly 250 to 350 reputation each, and stay on the lookout for the rare elites in the zones, as they have a chance of dropping Demon's Soul Stones. This item is about 1% drop chance, but rewards an extra 1000 reputation with all Broken Isles and Argus reputations along with this. Following on to this, at number 8 is the Cloud Serpent mounts from the Order of the Cloud Serpents. To gain reputation with this faction, you will need to complete the initial quest line to unlock these dailies. Starting the quest chain is located in the Jade Forest from Elder Anley, the Serpent Master. This quest is called Wild Things and located at coordinates 57.6 to 44.8. Once you have completed the initial quest line, you'll be given the reputation dailies for this faction. This is where you'll be raising a Cloud Serpent, which you'll eventually be given as a mount. You are able to speed this up and become exalted much faster by doing the repeatable quest Onyx to Goodness. This is where you'll be gathering the item Onyx eggs for each one of your hand-ins, and you will receive 500 reputation with this faction. You can farm these without a daily limit, but these eggs do have a respawn timer of about an hour, and all of these locations are located within my add-on Worth It guides for ease of use within the game, and to get you exalted much faster. Coming up at number 9 is the Netherwing Drakes from the Netherwing. To get started with gaining reputation with the Netherwing, you must first complete the initial quest line. You will be wanting to make your way over towards Mordonai in Shadowmoon Valley at coordinates 60.6 to 58.2. Once you have done this, you must follow all of the quests until you unlock a series of daily quests within the Netherwing Ledge. As you progress with your reputation, you will unlock more quests, so be sure to pick them up. Some require Nethersite ore and nether dust pollen, which can be farmed in the area with mining and herbalism or purchased off of the auction house for a reasonable amount of gold. For your neutral quests at the beginning, each quest will give you 250 reputation per completion, and these are for Nethersite ore, nether dust pollen, nether mine flayer hides, Netherwing crystals, and the quest A Slow Death and Not So Friendly Skies. After you have completed these quests and become friendly, you'll be given some extra quests. These give you 350 reputation per completion. These quests are picking up the pieces, dragons are the least of our problems, the Booterang, a cure for the common worthless peon, and then your next quests will come after you become honoured. These ones will provide 500 reputation per completion. This quest is called Disrupting the Twilight Portal until you have reached Revered. These two quests, upon becoming revered, will still reward you with 500 reputation per hand-in, and this will be the same way until you reach Exalted, unlocking all of your Netherwing mounts. Lastly, and to round out this list, is the reputation for the Shadowpan, rewarding you with the Shadowpan Tigers. To gain reputation with this faction, their reputation is locked behind an initial quest or quests. The starting quest is located in Kunlai Summit, and it is called The Defense of the Shadowpan Fallback at coordinates 44.4 to 89.8 from Shadow Master Chong. The secondary quest lines located within Taolong Steps called First Assault at coordinates 71.2 to 56.6, and the next one in the same zone of the Taolong Steps called Dust to Dust at coordinates 82.6 to 73.0 from Ban Bearheart. The follow-up quests are all from Taolong Steps, and it is called Behind the Battlefront from Taran Zoo at coordinates 76.4 to 82.4, and The Motives of the Mantid from Tai Ho at coordinates 49.2 to 71.2. Once these are all done, you should be honoured with this faction, and as such you will have unlocked all daily quests. The daily quests are located at coordinates 49.1 to 71.2 from the Shadowpan Garrison. However, once this has been completed, you will need to do the dailies until you reach Exalted. You are able to farm Zandalari Warbringers and Zandalari War Scouts for insignias with this faction as well to become Exalted to speed up the process. Other than that, guys, that is my pick for the 10 best reputation mounts. Have a lovely rest of the day, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be soon.